Morning, everyone, and welcome to Chapel. We are pleased to be meeting together to share this program with you and hope you will enjoy the performance.
Our chapel today will be brought to you by our Performing Arts Department. Rio's drama class will be sharing their Christmas play, The Gift of Magi.
But before our play begins, we have a couple of songs to share with you.
Our songs are in honor of those we hold dear to us, family and friends. Many of us cannot be with our loved ones during this Christmas season, but we can be with them in our hearts.
As you listen to our songs, please know that we love our Rio family. We miss you, and we're looking forward to being together soon.
We hope you have a wonderful Christmas break.
Good evening. I'm Connie Schlotthauer, the Director of Performing Arts here at Lindo Adventist Academy. I'm so glad that you are able to join us this evening, even if it is to gather together to watch our performance, each in your own homes. This has been an interesting, challenging, and heartwarming experience to teach music and drama over Zoom, but I am humbled at the resilience and determination of my students. They're truly remarkable. Our play today is performed and recorded in person. During this semester, drama took place entirely over Zoom. All rehearsals, blocking, and planning took place over Zoom. And then we had a very short time to bring it together to the stage to record. There were only 4 students involved, and all were local and on campus, and in our drama cohort for the short time that we were together. In spite of only having a short amount of time to be on stage, our cast members did an outstanding job, and I couldn't be prouder. This is my favorite time of year. From the time I was little, I have always loved winter and the holiday season. I love the planning, the decorations, the special meals with friends and family. I love finding presents for my girls, and I love putting up our Christmas tree. I love our family traditions. One of our traditions is to watch Christmas movies, and one of our favorite is Home Alone. With all that we are facing this Christmas, I thought it fitting for Linders to sing Somewhere in My Memory, one of the songs from Home Alone, since that is what a lot of us are facing, being home alone. But really, the memories that we share bind us together in God's love. Orchestra performed Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas during the slideshow. The Gift of the Magi is a short story about the true art of giving, about giving up something that means the most in order to give to another. During this season, we celebrate the birth of Jesus. Jesus, the greatest story, the most amazing gift, the blessed hope of all who believe. Over this Christmas season, as you spend time with your children, I pray that you will all feel that gift of love that was given for all of us. For unto you is born this day the Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And now we will hear from our cast members as they introduce their characters that they are playing. I hope you enjoy our production, and again, thank you for being with us. And Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm Latia, and I play the narrator, also known as Miss Hartman and Madame Safrani. Since Miss Hartman is the narrator, she's telling a story about the young couple and kind of just observes everything that's going on. And Madame Safrani, my other character, is a very strict businesswoman and also kind of impatient.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I play Mrs. Boyd and Felice. Mrs. Boyd is a nosy neighbor, but gives good advice. Felice is Madame Safrani's assistant, and she is uptight and thinks she's better than everyone, but she can be soft.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I play the character Jim. Jim is a kind gentleman who loves his wife dearly. Jim is very poor, and he pawns something really valuable to buy a gift for his wife.
Hi, I'm Elia, and I play Della. Della is a young, poor, recently married woman who really loves her husband. She is cheery, sweet, and accepting, and her greatest possession is her hair. Cradle in Bethlehem.
As children, Christmas was all about the presents when we were little, naturally. And when we were little, it's usually the biggest ones that we want to open first. But really, the best gifts don't come in packages at all. That's what William Henry Porter wrote about in 1905 under his pen name O. Henry. He published a little story about a young couple with the wisdom of the wise men. The Magi, as you know, were wise men, wonderfully wise men, who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. They invented the art of giving Christmas presents. Being wise, their gifts were no doubt wise ones, possibly bearing the privilege of exchange in case of duplication. This is a story about two young people who gave gifts and had no thought at all of the Magi, but only of each other. It is the morning of the day before Christmas, just a little while ago. Mr. and Mrs. James and Della Young were so poor they could barely afford their furnished flat at $8 a week, so there was no possibility of giving gifts to each other that Christmas. Della had secretly saved $1.87, but it was not near enough to buy James a chain for his prized pocket watch. And James, he had no money to buy Della what she had been yearning for, a pair of pure tortoise-shelled combs with jeweled rims, just the right shape for holding back her long, wavy chestnut brown hair. But Della and James couldn't bear to celebrate Christmas without giving to each other at least just one gift.
This is Mr. James Dillingham Young, known to his wife as Jim.
Jim, how about another cup of coffee?
Maybe half a cup.
Mrs. James Dillingham Young, whose name is Della.
No, make it a cup. I still have a few minutes.
It's gonna be a nice day today, but cold.
You have to expect that this time of year.
Do you think you'll get off work early this afternoon?
Not a chance. The day before Christmas is just the same as any other day.
It's okay. I'm just glad you have a job.
Such as it is. I thought by now I'd be able to give you something better than this. A cheap furnished apartment.
Don't talk like that.
No, talking doesn't help much.
Jim, is something wrong?
Guess I'm just feeling a little blue this morning.
Let's have none of that. Tomorrow's Christmas.
Maybe that's the reason why. I thought things would be so much better for a pretty girl like you.
A lucky girl like me.
Maybe someday, Della.
Who cares about someday? We have today.
Honey, anything special?
Take a little walk, I guess. Jim, tonight let's go shopping for a Christmas tree. A little one. We can make our own decorations.
Trees are expensive this time of year.
Not if we wait till late tonight. We can get a little one for almost nothing.
Alright.
I may just take a little walk down Broadway this morning.
Window shopping?
I may even buy a Christmas present for someone.
Anyone I know?
You've met him. Don't ask me any more questions.
My boss will be asking me questions if I don't get started.
James Dillingham Young.
Now what did I do?
I think you're forever taking that watch out of your pocket just because you're so proud of it.
And why shouldn't I be? It belonged to my grandfather and my father before me.
It is a perfectly grand watch.
Absolutely.
Except for that old shabby leather strap.
This strap's still got some wear left in it.
I suppose so. Does a watch still keep your time?
Absolutely. Say, do those combs amount to any much?
I put my hair up in such a hurry this morning. they do quite nicely if I put them in just right. There.
Mrs. Young, have I ever told you that you have absolutely gorgeous hair?
Over and over you told me, Mr. Young.
Aw. Goodbye, Mrs. Young.
Don't be late.
I won't.
$25.50, $75. No. It has to be more than $1.87. What kind of a Christmas present will that buy? That's all. It's absolutely all. Oh my goodness.
Good morning. I'm your neighbor across the hall. We moved in yesterday.
Oh yes, please excuse the way I look.
If you'll excuse the way I walked in, Miss Boyd's the name.
I'm Del Young.
Saw your husband go downstairs. Nice looking young fellow.
Oh yes, I mean, thank you. Why don't you sit down?
Just for a spell. I came over to ask if you'd loan me a carrot for stew. With moving in and all, we're short of a few things.
Yes. A nice hot stew is good in the winter.
Fill in too. And cheap.
Yes. Save a couple pennies here and nickel there. What does it all amount to?
Well, now.
$1.87. That's all. Tomorrow's Christmas.
I know.
I wanted to get Jem something special.
It's discouraging, ain't it?
What kind of person buy with $1.87?
Look, child, you're young. There'll be other Christmases, God willing.
Oh, I shouldn't have told you all my troubles.
Come now, pin up that pretty hair of yours and just make the best of things.
What things?
Well, now.
Third floor apartment in a rundown building, a gray backyard, and a gray board fence. You and an old gray cat walking the fence. Is that what you mean?
Things have a way of working out.
Things only work out when you do something about them. But what can I do? Jem tries so hard. He gets so worried and discouraged.
Does he?
Only because of me. He thinks he should be able to give me more than this.
It ain't too bad.
I don't really mind living here. And I don't mind looking out at the gray backyard, but I do mind not having enough money to get him a real Christmas present.
They say it's the thought that counts. Some nice handkerchiefs, maybe.
No. I had something really special in mind.
Special?
Something you'd be proud of. It was silly to think a couple pennies and nickels and dimes would ever amount to enough money.
A new bride, are ya?
It's our first Christmas together.
Well, now. Mind if I help myself to that carrot?
Oh, go right ahead. Look in the vegetable bin beside the sink.
I'll do that. Don't know when I've ever seen hair as nice as yours. So long and shiny.
Thank you. That's what Jem says.
Mind if I take an onion too?
Go right ahead. There's a little shop on Broadway that has the most beautiful set of combs in the window. I just stand there and worship them every time I walk that way. Pure tortoiseshell with jeweled rims.
Sometimes it's a mistake to look in the shop windows.
I know, I just can't seem to stop myself. Jem says I'm vain about my hair. I suppose I am.
Who wouldn't be?
But I just tell him he's just as vain about that big gold watch of his.
A gold watch? Who wouldn't be? Goodness, better get along and start my stew. I used to know a woman who had nice long hair.
Really?
Funny thing though, she sold it.
What?
Sold it. Had it cut off and sold to one of those hair dealers.
Sold her hair.
She got quite a good price for it too.
How much?
Well, now, I didn't like to ask. Likely it depends on how long the hair is.
Yes, I suppose so.
Funny the things people will do.
Yes, isn't it? Oh, where did you say she sold her hair?
One of those shops over on Broadway. She saw a sign in the window.
Oh.
Well, thanks for the carrot and the onion. I took a couple of taters too.
Well, that's all right.
And so Della hurries down the stairs and along the few blocks to Broadway. But after a while, her footsteps slow a little, and she stands outside, nerving herself to go in. This is a difficult decision to make. Her long, shining hair, of which she is so proud. And yet, it's the day before Christmas, and she wants a very special Christmas gift for Jim.
May I be of assistance?
I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong place.
This is Madame Safrani's shop. I'm her assistant.
Yes?
We deal in hair goods?
Some other time. I can't.
Can't what, Madame?
It's too much.
Our hair pieces are of the very finest quality.
Is Madame Safrani in?
She is, but perhaps I could help you.
I don't think so.
You wish to buy a hairpiece? Let me help you off with your coat, Madame.
The reason I came in...
Now the scarf. If Madame will sit in this chair... How lovely your hair is. I'm
Thank you.
sure we can match its color exactly.
Oh, I didn't come in to buy a hairpiece.
No? Then why?
I'd like to speak to Madame Safrani.
She's very busy.
I'll wait if I have to.
Never mind. I think I can get her to see you now.
Thank you.
Don't look so woebegone. It won't hurt a bit.
Won't it?
You were fortunate. Madame Safrani has a free moment.
Well, I thought I'd stop in and talk to you. I'm a very busy woman. I won't take very much of your time. You're not a customer, right? Yes. Then let's get to the point. Do you buy hair? I do. That's what I came in to talk about. You want to sell yours? Yes. Then let's have a look at it. Sit. Well, you want to sell her, don't you? I do. Never been cut before? No. Is length good? Fair, I'd say. But fair to middling, maybe. Not a bad length. I wouldn't think of selling it except that you've got your reasons, I've got mine. Quite likely they're the same. Money. Yes. How much will you pay me? Business hasn't been so good lately. How much? You know how it is around Christmas time. People aren't too much interested in selling hair goods. Aren't they? Prices go down a bit this time of year. Will you please just tell me how much you give? $20.
That's all?
Take it or leave it.
Well,
I don't have all day.
I know.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now comes the next problem. Among the many stores along the big street, there must be one store which has exactly what Della wants. There are crowds of hurrying Christmas shoppers. There are busy clerks with scarcely a moment to spare. There are many gifts from which to choose. But finally, she comes back again to a little shop which was the first she visited. She is very sure now. Yes? Oh, it's you again, madam.
I decided to come back here.
Good.
It's so difficult. Trying to find a gift that's just exactly right for somebody.
Yes.
I've been in and out of so many stores, I'm half out of my mind.
Indeed.
No. I mean, it's hard to decide which watch fob Jim will like the best.
Well, you can't go wrong buying here at the Elite.
Oh, I know.
And our selections of watch chains is quite superior.
Can I say that heavy one again?
Which one, madam?
This one?
Of course.
Isn't it simply beautiful?
You won't match it anywhere at the price.
I know that now. May I?
Certainly.
Real gold?
14 karat.
The design is lovely.
Simple, without a lot of ornamentation.
Oh, yes.
Its very simplicity speaks of our value.
I do really like it. $21? Is that what you said?
Yes.
$21.
We have some very serviceable chains at a cheaper price if you'd care to look at them.
Oh, no.
Or perhaps some other item? Cufflinks? A tie clasp?
No, it has to be a watch chain because Jim, my husband, has the most beautiful watch.
Indeed?
A wonderful watch. It belonged to his father and his grandfather before him.
Well.
He's so proud of it.
Really?
But there's just one thing wrong.
With the watch?
No, not the watch. It's perfect, but he has only an old leather strap instead of a chain.
Ah, so you thought a chain like this one?
Yes. They go together beautifully.
So you've decided then?
Oh, yes. Here you are, $21.
And here you are, the perfect gift for your husband. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
You about finished with your hair?
I think so.
I never knew a girl to take so long with a flat iron.
It's quite a job.
Sure you don't need any help?
No, thank you.
You know, sometimes I think my husband does this on purpose.
Does what?
Pokes holes in the toes of all his socks. Your husband do that?
Yes, but not on purpose, I'm sure.
Well, now, that ain't too bad.
It looks so different, doesn't it?
A person might say that, yes, but not bad at all.
Oh, I get all panicky when I think what Jim will say.
He'll get used to it. He may even come to like it after a while.
It's as bad as all that.
Looks kind of nice in the back, if you care for short hair.
Jim always liked my hair.
Now stop worrying.
Just a little bit nervous, but not one bit sorry.
That's the spirit.
Because what kind of a Christmas present could I have bought with only $1.87?
Not very much.
Every once in a while, I just have to open up the box to see how it gleams. Did you see how it gleams, Miss Boyd?
I noticed, yes.
Maybe one of these days, Jim's boss will ask him the time. Mr. Young, he'll say, do you happen to have the correct time? And Jim will pick out his watch with a gleaming chain and say, why, yes, sir, I do. Can you just imagine how proud he'll be?
Very proud, I'm sure. Well, better get my things together. Time to start dinner. What I said about not getting to the store and all, that wasn't all that true, you know.
Wasn't it?
Truth is, I found myself a little short of cash. Had to buy a few toys for the kids.
Really?
A person has got to make something at Christmas. You can't just let it pass by like any other day.
That's exactly what I felt.
Maybe your husband will have a surprise for you.
Oh no, you can't afford it.
Some nice handkerchiefs, maybe. You can always use handkerchiefs.
That would be perfect. Just so I know he thinks of me.
But of course he does.
Oh, I'm perfectly sure he does. But sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night with the most awful thought. Suppose he's sad he got into all of this. It takes a lot of love when love's practically all you've got. Listen, I heard the front door.
He's coming. Stop shaking, child. It'll be all right.
Oh, I hope.
A very Merry Christmas to the both of you.
And to all yours. Please, God. Please help him to think I'm still pretty. Please help him to care more about me than he does about my hair.
I'm home. What have you been up to? I was working. Della, your hair.
Jem, darling, don't look at me that way.
I just can't believe it.
I just had to do it. Do you mind very much?
You cut it just like that?
Yes?
Without even saying a word?
Yes, Jem.
Why did you do it?
I sold it.
Sold your hair?
To buy a Christmas present for you. How do I look? Jem, I'm still me.
Yes, you're still you, Della.
I wanted to buy you something nice. Just wait till you see it. Jem, it doesn't really matter, does it? You still love me, don't you? You still think I'm pretty?
I think you're beautiful, Mrs. Young.
And you're not angry with me?
My dear Mrs. Young, long hair, short hair, my lovely Mrs. Young.
Oh, Jem.
A good practical length. It'll grow back again, won't it?
Of course.
I did a little Christmas shopping today myself, too.
For anyone I know?
Met her. For you, Della.
Oh, can I open it now? What is it?
Yes, open it now.
The tortoiseshell combs?
I know how much you wanted them.
Both sets, side and back, pure tortoiseshell with jeweled rims. It must have been very, very expensive.
They're exactly the color of your hair.
Exactly the color. My hair, oh Jem, my hair.
Don't cry, Della.
It's alright. My hair goes fast, Jem.
I'm sure of it.
So very, very fast. By next Christmas, it'll be the perfect length for these beautiful combs.
Absolutely.
I feel so sort of foolish. But not one bit sorry because... Oh!
What is it?
You haven't seen your Christmas present yet.
You shouldn't have.
Don't try to guess. Just open it. Merry Christmas, Jem.
What could it be? The watch chain.
Isn't it lovely?
The nicest I've ever seen.
Pure gold. You see how it gleams?
It really does.
I guess you have to look at your watch 100 times a day now. You'll be forever taking it out of your pocket just so everybody can see the chain.
Della.
Hurry up. Put it on. You like it, don't you?
Della.
Here, give me your watch. I want to see how the chain looks on it.
Not now, Della.
Is anything wrong?
Not a thing in the world.
Then why...
Della, you say you'll save your combs till next Christmas, right?
Yes.
That's when I'll use my watch chain.
But, Jem...
They're too nice to use right now. We'll keep them a while.
What do you mean?
Della, I pawned my watch to get you your combs.
You pawned your watch? For me?
Della, you sold your hair for me.
My hair cut short.
My watch in the pawn shop.
Oh, Jem, we're crazy, aren't we?
Crazy, both of us.
To make me happy, you gave up what you loved most.
What I love most is you, Mrs. Young.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Mr. Young. Isn't this the most wonderful Christmas?
The very best.
The best gifts, as you see, do not come in packages at all. What makes them valuable is not what they cost to buy, but what they cost to give. The child in Bethlehem gave a gift that not even kings could afford, his perfect life in pure love for all. All. As Mr. O. Henry observed, the Magi were wise men, wonderfully wise men, who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. And tonight we have brought the story of two brave and innocent children who foolishly sacrificed their treasures for one another. But were they foolish? I don't think so. I think they were wise, and the loving spouse, and the hopeful parent, and loving family, and the trusting friend.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate you being here, and let's close with a word of prayer. Father in heaven, thank you for being with us throughout this first part of the school year. We ask your continued presence here on campus and in each one of our families, and that your love will continue to live within us throughout these holidays and until you return. In Jesus' name, amen.